maybe at the startup of this court, the Office of the Prosecutor and the ICC perhaps needed a Luis Moreno Ocampo to bring the court to where it is today. And they now need a Bensouda to take it forward.
Good luck to you.
Thank you very much.
We've seen the appointment of Fatou Bensouda as the prosecutor of the International Criminal Court. This is another development for the Gambia, a country small as we are, but we are making headlines internationally.
Indeed, Mo, it is quite remarkable. And to think that the Hague, this is the first Gambian, the first ever African, and the first female to head the Hague, it's indeed remarkable development. And that shows that this Gambia, though little, is endowed with enormous talent, and we can move to international levels and prove ourselves. But Mo, when you look at the International Criminal Court, there is growing controversy that, you know, they are out to hunt African leaders. Is that so?
Well, it depends on which side of the fence you're sitting. For those people who are, you know, Muslim human rights activists, and many people in the continent, the world over, believe that the ICC, or the International Criminal Court, is the right, you know, institution that should deal with crimes, serious crimes, that is genocide and other crimes against humanity. But on the other hand, if you look at it, what we've seen is only African leaders have been brought before the court. So the question is now, is it all the African leaders who commit crimes? We've seen other leaders from the other parts of the world. You know, they've been committing crimes,
yes,
but nothing has happened. So
I would like to comment at that point, because Fatou Bensouda made it very clear in an interview that I've read in one of the local papers in the country. She said she will be out there to hunt everyone that needs to be hunted, provided that they are within the jurisdiction and also the crime that they have committed is in line with the International Criminal Court. So she's saying that it doesn't necessarily have to be African. It could be any part of the world.
yeah, but the debate continues, but I think the court will have to prove itself.
Definitely.
Okay.
Many may be tempted to say that the 2012 season has not begun in full swing yet. Don't assume that the 2 or 3 times the rain fell in the country did not happen without any major incident. Our Molamin Cisse takes a closer look at the pride of an educational establishment in Kiang, severely hit by the rain that fell some weeks back.
For a school that is run privately and on meager resources, anything like the sudden destruction of a number of classrooms can only come as shocking news. However undesirable as it is, that was exactly what happened when the heavens opened up early this month, releasing what was the country's second rain in the 2012 season. A whole block of 3 classrooms at Kiang Kenaba Arabic School had its roofs thrown away by the rains, leaving some part of the 10-year-old mud house destroyed. On a recent trip to the Kiang, specifically the west, Grts stumbled upon the incident and decided to speak to the school authorities on the development. Alhaji Mone Sisa is the chairman of Al Manara, the association that runs the school. He explains how it all happened. We constructed this structure since 2002, but we did so with mud. Then the community contributed corrugated iron sheets to roof it. Since then we have been using the classes until last Sunday, when rains accompanied by wind destroyed it, which made us very sad. The students who were at the time on exams had to experience irregularities, for the classes that they have been using for close to a decade have suddenly become unconducive for their studies. Al-Haji Moni again. We are on exams, but even for that we have to make additional arrangement for the students, because at the time of the destruction, then we had already started our exams. The situation of the classes is definitely affecting us, because we now have to manage. Some have to do the exam first before the others. One of the students of the school spoke to Grts on the effects of the destruction. According to her, the destroyed structure leaves a gap that needs to be filled. Her words were therefore those of pleas.
I am appealing to the public to assist us in whatever way possible. We want assistance for both our classes and our well.
The school also used the opportunity to plead with the public for assistance to restore the classes to good condition. In a related development, the school management also sought the assistance of the public to help complete the construction of their well. It was constructed 5 years ago to provide potable drinking water for the students, but the objective hasn't still been achieved in full. But why? Constructed the well 5 years ago, but we could not complete the construction and the water is not potable enough. The condition of the well is also not safe, for we have heard and seen what wells of such condition have caused elsewhere. Our intention is to improve the condition, We want to equip it with a tank that will provide potable drinking water for the students, and we can only do that with the required assistance. It is June and many schools will soon break for the summer. Perhaps that is good news to the school management because the direct effects of the destroyed structure will not be felt immediately. However, for this school that is being administered under a shoestring budget, any form of assistance to repair the block is preferred. For if the mud structure continues to remain exposed, the rains may ultimately reduce it to nothing. The school, despite the constraints, has passed out so many students over the last decade, some of whom made it to international universities, especially in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Modula means is a weekend spectrum.
Well, earlier we talked about the negative effects of the rains. Let's now shift our attention to the positive side and look at how invaluable the rain is to the fruits like mangoes. With the rainy season still in its infancy, this did not hamper the growth and development of mangoes in the greater Banjul area. Let's look at this report for more on the thriving mango business in town. When the skies open up, it does not only supply us with pure and fresh water, but also marks the beginning of the much anticipated planting season. The sign of the rains is also the ripening period of certain fruits. One fruit related to the wet season is the mango. The mango is a fleshy stone fruit belonging to the genus Mangifera. The mango is native to the Indian subcontinent from where it is spread all over the world. It is one of the most cultivated fruits in the tropical world. Often called the king of fruits, mango comes in as many as 100 varieties. Aware of its prominence in the market, our crew paid a visit to the Brikama Sandika market to see how business is thriving. The mango business is on a smooth sail, we thank God. Like any other business, it has its ups and downs. Our main problem is space. This place is barely enough to house all the women here. We also need to have one main sandika in Brikama. We experience a lot of losses due to rotting of the mangoes. We have over 3 different sandikas in Brikama, which is not of any help to us. Well, I wouldn't say the sale of the mangoes is going as we have anticipated. We are selling the mangoes at prices as low as $5, but we don't have much sale. Mango is very perishable and can barely make it for more than 3 days. A greater number of the mangoes perish at our expense. Processing mango into jam is not a popular enterprise in the Gambia, but the Methodist Mission Agricultural Program is doing just that. Mangoes make an excellent addition to meals and are tasty when eaten alone. Well, if you're eating mangoes for the delicious pleasure you derive from it, it might interest you to know that mangoes are an excellent source of vitamins A and C, as well as a good source of potassium, and contain beta-carotene. Rich in fiber, low in calories, fat and sodium, all piled up in just that one fruit. No wonder it is popularly known as the king of fruits. For Grts News, I am Deku Mademba.
Well, and there seems to be a lot of mangoes in the market.
Indeed, a lot of mangoes. But if you'll see in my report, if there's one thing that those mango vendors share in common, it will be inadequate storage facilities and space, especially when you talk about Sandika. It is usually dominated by women. And we've seen a lot of mangoes, rotten mangoes in the market, which could have been sold or processed into other forms usable, like we have seen the Methodist Mission Agricultural Program did with mango processing, taking mangoes and processing it into jams. Now that is one way we can preserve mangoes. And also the issue of storage facilities and the issue of space also needs to be looked at. But aside that, mangoes are very rampant mangoes are in abundance, and if you're a fan of mango, I'll be glad to tell you that it has so many great nutritional benefits.
Well, that's interesting, but I think it's a big challenge for food processors here in the Gambia. They have to rise up to the challenge. There are a lot of trees, there are a lot of fruits that are wasted, not only mangoes.
Not only mangoes, Mo. You've seen me done the oranges, we did carrots, and now we're also looking at mangoes. Basically, different fruits are here, and most of them are rotten, which could have been used into various means. I think this is a big challenge to the authorities, and hopefully they will take heed.
Spectrum on GRTS.
Thank you very much. Ndidi Obi, a veteran Nigerian actor who is here for a brief visit to explore the business potentials in this country. Welcome to the interview segment on Weekend Spectrum. To begin with, tell us